Level 2, 5408, Classified. Item Number, SCP-5408. Neutralized. Special Containment Procedures. Oceanic Task Force Delta 14 will maintain a 2-kilometer square exclusion zone around the island that previously contained SCP-5408 under the guise of radiation contamination testing. Fragments of SCP-5408-A material are held within Secure Radioactive Container 5 at Site-104. All information regarding the Majorima event and the Vela incident is to be falsified, and the events attributed to South African Israeli nuclear testing. Description: SCP-5408 was a semi-organic entity of unknown origins that resembled a late 20th century lighthouse located on a small island in the Indian Ocean. The exact structures that allowed SCP-5408 to sustain life are unknown. Sample analysis indicates it was composed of silicon, iron, organic tissue, nickel, and strontium-90. Though composed of large quantities of strontium-90, SCP-5408 showed no signs of radioactivity on external sensors prior to the Majorima event. 4 rectangular orifices were located along its vertical shaft that expelled an ammonium nitrate compound every 14 hours. This process was theorized to be a byproduct of a respiratory system. SCP-5408 was capable of broadcasting a long-range radio transmission that originated from a large crystal housed at the summit, designated SCP-5408-A. SCP-5408-A was composed of a previously unknown organic crystalloid compound capable of long-range communication. The transmissions broadcast from SCP-5408-A were a quadratic code system intermittent with theta waves. When decrypted, the language used was a modern dialect of Kiswahili. The housing surrounding SCP-5408-A was impenetrable, making pre-neutralization testing impossible. Discovery: on 1978-12-21, Foundation satellite OU-556 detected a large spike in theta particles located on an island near Prince Edward Islands in the Indian Ocean. A Foundation exploratory team discovered SCP-5408 where no previous lighthouse was observed. Upon further investigation, the anomalous nature of SCP-5408 was discovered, and Provisional Site Q-33 was constructed near the anomaly. 2 weeks after the discovery of SCP-5408, the first SCP-5408-A broadcast was intercepted. A Foundation decryption team spent 4 weeks deciphering the transmission into Kiswahili and then English. The translation was as follows: Epoch Special, one time only. Biological inhabitants, 9.1 million variants. Many ingredients, very moist. Microwave delight prepared by none other than untranslatable. Oxygen allergy, beware. Only 13.6 E18, untranslatable. Buy now. Location upon reservation. Meal upon arrival. SCP-5408-A broadcasted this transmission every 2 weeks until 1979-09-12, at which time the Majorima event initiated. On 1979-09-12, the SCP-5408-A broadcast changed composition. The updated translation was as follows: Many thanks, purchase confirmed. Reservation accepted for untranslatable. Preparations begin on untranslatable. On 1979-09-22, SCP-5408 began emitting large amounts of non-ionizing radiation through an unknown process. This radiation was similar to that used in microwave ovens, but at an exponentially greater concentration, increasing by a factor of 50% every 30 minutes. An emergency meeting of the O5 Council was formed, and in a unanimous decision, brute force neutralization was authorized. 5 hours after the approval was finalized, a dual-yield atomic bomb known as the R-5 Twin Canary was detonated at the summit of SCP-5408. Neutralization of SCP-5408 was successful, though several inert fragments of SCP-5408-A remained. The neutralization of SCP-5408 was detected by multiple civilian satellites, most notably in the Vela Hotel satellite. Foundation assets within the United States and Soviet governments began a disinformation campaign aligning the event with South African-Israeli nuclear testing. At 09:23 GMT on 1979-09-23, an unknown energy phenomenon was detected by Foundation satellite GV4433, located 25,000 kilometers from Earth. The anomaly remained stationary for 36 minutes before dissipating. The exact nature of the anomaly is undetermined and was designated the SCP-5408-W event. On 1979-12-16, the Foundation intercepted a quadratic code system transmission identical to the one used by SCP-5408-A, originating from outside of the Sol system. The translation is as follows: Rate 1 Sun. Large disappointment. Want refund. Arrived to raw meal. No service. No untranslatable. Left without eating. Do not recommend. Following this transmission, no further SCP-5408 related activity has occurred. If you like this podcast, subscribe and share it with the community. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts under Kelsey Narrates. You can send me comments at kelseynarrates.blogspot.com, and you can support financially through patreon.com/Kelsey Narrates. Credit to the original author, Dr. Akimoto. Content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0, and all concepts originate from www.scpwiki.com and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is hereby also released under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0.